Welcome back to the shadow method. Today, we're going to practice something you can use every single day. Real-life English conversations. No complicated grammar lessons, no difficult vocabulary, and no long explanations. Just natural English. The kind of English you need when you meet someone, order a coffee, ask for help, make plans, talk to a friend, or simply have a conversation. Here's how today's practice works. Listen carefully to each sentence. Pause naturally and repeat it out loud. Don't worry about speaking perfectly. Focus on your rhythm, pronunciation, and confidence. At the beginning, the conversations will be simple and easy to follow. Then, step by step, they will become longer, more natural, and more challenging. So take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and get ready to speak. Let's start building your fluency. One real-life conversation at a time. Everyday conversations. Let's start with simple conversations, the kind you might have every day. Listen first, then repeat naturally. Don't rush. Try to copy the rhythm and feeling of the speaker. Conversation 1. Meeting someone. Hi, how are you doing? Oh, hi, I'm doing pretty well, thanks. How about you? I'm good, thanks for asking. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Is this your first time here? Yes, it is. I'm still getting used to the place. Oh, really? Where are you from? I'm from Karachi, but I moved here recently. That's nice. How are you liking it so far? I like it a lot. People have been really friendly. That's great to hear. I hope you enjoy your time here. Thanks. I'm sure I will. Conversation 2, at a coffee shop. Hi, can I get a coffee, please? Sure, what would you like? I'd like a medium coffee with milk, please. Would you like sugar with that? Yes, just 1 spoon, please. Anything else? No, that's all for now. Your total is $5. Here you go. Thank you. Your coffee will be ready in a few minutes. Thanks. I'll wait over there.
Have a great day.
You too, thanks. Conversation 3, asking for help. Excuse me, could you help me for a moment? Of course, what do you need? I'm looking for the nearest bus stop. It's just around the corner. Oh, great, is it far from here? No, not at all. It's about a 5-minute walk. Should I turn left or right? Turn left at the next street. Got it. Turn left at the next street. Exactly. You'll see the bus stop on your right. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Have a good day. Now let's make it a little more natural. Imagine you're actually standing in these situations. Don't just repeat the words. Feel the conversation. Listen, pause, and speak. Hi, how's your day going? It's going well, thanks. How about yours? Pretty good. I've just been a little busy today. Yeah, I know what you mean. I've had a busy day too. Are you heading home now? Yeah, I'm actually on my way home. Sounds good. I hope you get some time to relax. Thanks, I really need it today. Well, take care. You too. See you soon. That's how real conversations begin. Simple words, natural responses, and small moments of connection. Keep your voice relaxed. Keep your rhythm natural. And remember, you don't need perfect English to communicate. You just need to keep speaking. Natural everyday conversations. Now, let's take your English one step further. The conversations are going to feel more natural, the sentences will be a little longer, and you'll hear more expressions that people actually use in everyday life. Remember, don't try to memorize every word. Listen to the whole sentence, feel the rhythm, and repeat it naturally. Conversation 1, talking about your day. Hey, how's your day been so far? It's been pretty busy, to be honest, but I'm finally getting a chance to relax. Oh, really? What have you been working on? I had a few things to finish this morning, and then I had a meeting in the afternoon. That sounds like a long day. Did everything go well? For the most part, yeah, although a few things didn't go exactly as planned. I know that feeling. Sometimes you make a plan, and everything changes at the last minute. Exactly, but I tried not to stress about it, and eventually everything worked out. That's a good way to look at it. What are you doing tonight? I'm probably going to stay home, make something to eat, and get some rest. Honestly, that sounds like a pretty good evening. Conversation 2, making plans with a friend. Hey, are you free this weekend? I think so. Why, do you have something in mind? I was thinking we could grab some food and maybe watch a movie. That sounds good. What kind of movie do you want to see? I'm not sure yet. Maybe something funny and relaxing. Yeah, I'm in the mood for something light too. How about Saturday evening? Saturday works for me, but I might be a little late. No worries. Just let me know when you're on your way. Sure, I'll text you before I leave. Perfect. Let's meet around 7 then. Sounds good. I'll see you Saturday. Conversation 3 at a restaurant. Excuse me, could we have a few more minutes? Of course, take your time. Thanks. We're still deciding what to order. No problem. Just let me know when you're ready. Actually, I have a quick question. What do you recommend? Oh, if you like something spicy, I definitely recommend the chicken dish. That sounds good. Is it very spicy? It has a little kick, but it's not too spicy. Okay, I think I'll try that. And could I get some water, please? Um, Absolutely. Would you like anything else? No, that should be everything for now. Thank you. You're very welcome. Conversation 4, solving a small problem. Hey, can I ask you something? Sure, what's going on? I'm having a little trouble with my laptop. It keeps shutting down. Oh, really? When did that start happening? It started this morning and I'm not sure what caused it. Have you tried restarting it? Yeah, I did, but the problem came back a few minutes later. What? Maybe you should check if there's an update available. That's a good idea. I'll take a look. If that doesn't work, I can help you figure it out later. I really appreciate that. I was starting to get frustrated. Don't worry, we'll figure it out. Conversation 5, a more natural conversation. Hey, you seem a little tired today. Is everything okay? Yeah, I'm okay. I just didn't sleep very well last night. Oh no, were you working late? Not exactly. I had a lot on my mind, so I couldn't really fall asleep, but I understand. Sometimes your mind just doesn't want to switch off. Exactly. I kept thinking about everything I needed to do today. Maybe you should take it easy tonight and give yourself some time to relax. Yeah, I probably should. I've been trying to do too much lately. You don't have to finish everything in one day. I know. I just find it hard to slow down sometimes. That's understandable, but taking a break doesn't mean you're being lazy. You're right. I actually needed to hear that. Then promise me you'll get some rest tonight. I promise I'll try. Now, let's repeat one more short conversation, but this time, focus on natural rhythm. How have you been lately? I've been pretty good, just a little busy. What have you been up to? Mostly work, studying, and trying to make more time for myself That sounds like a lot. Are you managing okay? I think so. I'm still trying to find a good balance. Yeah, balance can be difficult, but you're doing your best. So, thanks. I'm taking it one day at a time. That's probably the best way to do it. Exactly. I'm learning not to put too much pressure on myself. Great job. If these conversations felt comfortable, you're ready for the next step. In part 3, we'll move into longer, more natural conversations where you'll need to listen carefully, understand the situation, and respond like you're having a real conversation in everyday life. Natural, real-life English. Now we're moving into the most challenging part, real conversations with longer thoughts, natural reactions, and unexpected moments. Don't worry if you don't understand every word immediately. Stay relaxed, listen to the whole idea, and repeat it with confidence. Conversation 1, a change of plans. Hey, are we still meeting tonight? Actually, I was just about to message you. Something came up at work, and I'm going to be late. Oh, okay. Is everything all right? Yeah, nothing serious. My manager asked me to finish something before I leave. I understand. How much longer do you think you'll be? Probably another 40 minutes, maybe a little longer. That's fine. We can meet later if you want. Are you sure? I don't want to mess up your evening. It's okay. I'd rather wait than cancel completely. Thanks. I really appreciate that. I'll let you know as soon as I'm finished. No problem. Just take your time and don't stress about it. I'll see you soon then. Yeah, see you soon. Conversation 2. When something goes wrong. Excuse me, I think there might be a problem with my order. I'm sorry about that. What seems to be wrong? I ordered this without onions, but there are onions in it. I apologize. Let me fix that for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Would you like us to replace the whole meal? Yes, please. I'd rather have a fresh one if that's possible. Absolutely, it'll only take a few minutes. That's fine. I'm not in a hurry. Again, I'm really sorry about the mistake. No worries, these things happen. Thank you for being understanding. Notice how natural English is not always about using difficult words. Sometimes the most fluent response is simply staying calm and saying exactly what you mean. Conversation 3, giving your opinion. So what did you think about the new project? Honestly, I think it has a lot of potential, but we still need to make a few changes. What kind of changes do you have in mind? I think we should simplify the process because right now there are too many unnecessary steps. That makes sense. Do you think the team will agree with you? I'm not sure, but I think they'll understand if we explain our reasons clearly. Would you change anything else? I'd probably give everyone a little more time to finish their part. Why do you think that would help? Because when people feel rushed, they're more likely to make mistakes. That's a fair point. I hadn't thought about it that way. It's just my opinion, though. I'm open to other ideas. I think that's exactly how a good discussion should work. Conversation 4, a misunderstanding. Hey, I wanted to ask you about something. Sure, what's up? Did I do something wrong yesterday? You seemed upset with me. What? No, not at all. I'm sorry if I gave you that impression. I just felt like you were avoiding me. I wasn't trying to avoid you. I was dealing with a personal issue, and honestly, I wasn't really in the mood to talk. I understand. I probably took it the wrong way. It's okay. I should have explained what was going on instead of staying quiet. Thanks for telling me. I didn't want there to be any awkwardness between us. Neither did I. I'm glad we talked about it. Me too. Sometimes a simple conversation can clear up a lot of things. Exactly. It's always better to ask than to assume. Conversation 5, a real-life decision. I'm thinking about changing my routine, but I'm not sure where to start. What would you like to change? I want to spend less time on my phone and more time doing things that actually matter to me. That sounds like a good idea. Have you tried setting a specific limit? One. I have, but I usually forget about it after a few days. Maybe the problem is that you're trying to change everything at once. You might be right. I tend to get motivated, make a huge plan, and then lose energy. Instead of changing your whole life overnight, why not start with one small habit? Like putting my phone away for an hour every evening? Exactly. Make it simple enough that you can actually stick with it. I like that. It feels much more realistic. And once that becomes normal, you can slowly build from there. I guess consistency is more important than motivation. Exactly. Motivation can get you started, but consistency keeps you moving. Final shadowing challenge. One complete conversation. Now, this is your final challenge. Imagine you've just met an old friend you haven't seen in years. Hey, I can't believe it's really you. How have you been? I've been doing well. Although life has changed quite a bit since we last saw each other. I can imagine. What have you been up to all this time? A lot, actually. I changed jobs, moved to a new place, and started focusing more on the things I really enjoy. That sounds like a big change. Are you happy with where you are now? I am. It wasn't easy at first, but I eventually realized that I was spending too much time worrying about what other people expected from me. I think a lot of people go through that. Sometimes you need to step back and figure out what you actually want. Exactly, and I'm still figuring things out, but at least I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. That's what matters. You don't need to have everything figured out right away. I know. I'm finally learning to be patient with myself and enjoy the process. I'm really glad to hear that. It sounds like you've grown a lot. Thanks. And honestly, talking to you again reminds me how much can change when you give yourself a chance to start over. Maybe that's something we all need to remember sometimes. Yeah, sometimes a simple conversation can remind you how far you've come. Excellent work. You've just practiced real-life English from simple everyday exchanges to longer, natural conversations. The goal isn't to sound perfect. The goal is to sound comfortable, clear, and natural. Keep listening, keep repeating, and most importantly, keep speaking. Because fluency doesn't come from knowing every English word. It comes from using the words you already know again and again until speaking feels natural. And that brings us to the end of today's shadowing practice. But remember, this is not the end of your English journey. Every time you listen, repeat, and speak out loud, you're training your brain to respond more naturally in English. You don't need to speak perfectly today. You just need to keep practicing. Come back to this lesson, repeat the conversations, and notice how your speaking becomes easier each time. So keep listening, keep speaking, and keep believing in your progress. Because little by little, English will stop feeling like something you study and start feeling like something you naturally use. Thank you for practicing with the shadow method, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Keep shadowing and keep speaking.